Put your faith in the light.
Hello guys, welcome to another one of my videos. This is Lightblade, and well, in this one I wanted to talk about UIs because, well, with the death of weak auras in the Midnight expansion, everyone needs a functional UI to play the game. So in this one I wanted to give you two suggestions of UIs that you can use. The first one is a bit of an old school UI, you know, a bit more of a classic setup, but it does show you all the information you need to play the game. And the second one is a bit more of a modern take that tracks a bit more extra things close to your character. So with that being said, let's go into the video. Okay guys, before we start the video, there are some things you have to check on in options. So first of all, go there into gameplay enhancements and turn on boss warnings. This is going to show you the timeline and warnings on the top of your screen whenever you enter an encounter. Other than that, you gotta go up here and go and put personal resource display in combat and turn this thing on so you can see your holy power under your character. After turning those two things on, now what does a Retribution Paladin want to track in its UI? So first of all, our cooldowns. So as you can see on the left side of my screen, I have my Divine Toll, Execution Sentence, and Wings on top of my trinket, my unused trinket of choice. I also want to track my rotational spells, you know, like things like Judgment and Blade of Justice. On top of, obviously, your Wake of Ashes, which is a minor 30-second cooldown. Other than that, on the top of my screen, I also want to track some buffs, you know, not many because we don't have many buffs that Retribution Paladin needs to track. One of them is Imperial Power, the other one is Imperial Legacy, and the other one is your Deliverance stacks for your Hammer of Light, you know, the free Hammer of Light. Now, if you are in, for example, Herald of the Sun, you want to track your Downlight. This is done in a form of bar in this UI, so you can know whenever you extend this, so it's nice to track. And well, yeah, that's pretty much all the things that Retribution Paladins want to track. We don't really have many other things, you know, like Expurgation, like Shake the Heavens. All those things just automatically apply, so they're not worth tracking. Also, you don't need to track your judgment stacks on anything because you just throw so many judgments that those stacks don't really matter. They just get applied naturally. So now let's go into the specific UIs. Okay, so the UI that you have been seeing at the moment is my classic one. You know, this is the thing that I've been using for a very long time. I managed to recreate it without weak auras, and it shows you basically everything you want to know. You know, on the left side of your screen, you got all your cooldowns, you know, all your 1-minute cooldowns plus your trinket of choice. On the right side, you got all your rotational spells, Blade of Justice, Judgment, Wake of Ashes, on top of your buffs. You know, the buffs that are important to track. Like I said before, we got Imperial Legacy, Imperial Power, and your Deliverance stacks. If you change to Herald of the Sun, you also are going to be tracking your downlights here in this little bar. On top of that, we also have a holy power tracker under our character if you want to, you know. Personally, I'm just gonna disable that, but if you want it, it's there, so you can actually check how much holy power you have under your character. It's a pretty simple one. As you can see, it's also pretty old school because we still have the old bars, you know, down here, like if you were playing something like Wrath of the Lich King or something like that. And you also have the bars on the right side of your screen. So if you like a classic style of a UI that still works and gives you the information, this could be the one, you know. And also feel free to just swap things around, change them, move them as you want. So now let's go into the second UI, the more modern take. Okay guys, so this is the more modern take on a UI that I suggest you guys to use. As you can see, there is more centralized stuff under our character. We still have our cooldown tracker on the left, we have our rotational spells here on the right, and our buffs are going to appear up here, the ones that we want to track. But now we also have this little bar down here where you can just add any, let's say, utility or defensive spells, you know, your bubble, your bop, and all those things. Ignore my icons, I just don't want to move them because then I might forget where they were. So yeah, you might want to put those things there. We still have your holy power tracker under your character, just so you know how much you have. And there's also the bar on the right, which normally you're gonna put like your mount, your profession stuff, and you don't need those things in combat. So whenever you enter in combat, it just goes away. It's pretty neat to have, you know. So yeah, this is the more like modern take on a UI that I made. Personally, I'm gonna use my old one because I just got so used to that style of game. But this one is also pretty nice. It shows you everything you want as a Retribution Paladin. Luckily, like I said at the start of the video, Retribution Paladins don't need to track almost anything. We are a very simple class, and yes, this UI has everything you need to play the game. Okay guys, before I end the video, I wanted to show you one more thing, and this is how to track a trinket, specifically like this one. So when you can see whenever I press this thing, it doesn't do anything. It's just there to show me that the cooldown of my specific unused trinket. And it is pretty useful to have everything consolidated to one place. So how do you do this? Well, basically we have to go into the action bars and activate one extra one, so we can put the trinket there. As you can see, if I turn the 6 off, and the trinket is gone, but I'm just gonna turn it on. So this is because, well, in the Blizzard, UI tracker, you can't track trinkets or any activatable item for that matter. So this is a nice workaround that you can do. Just activate like one extra bar and put that trinket there. So that's pretty useful. So now, how do you make it so the trinket doesn't do anything, so you don't accidentally press the thing? It's pretty simple. You just go there, create a macro, and this is the macro that you want to create. So I'm gonna leave this also down in the description of the video. To make the macro, you do have to give it a name, and I just gave it a dot as a name, so whenever I mouse over, I don't see anything on my screen that's gonna like block. And yeah, this is the macro that you're going to use. It says show 13 because it's gonna show the slot 13 of our gear, which is our trinket. And the other thing down here that says use mod shift 13 is so this button doesn't do anything. It's just there to show us the cooldown of our trinket. So yeah, that is the trick that I wanted to tell you guys. And well guys, that's going to be the end of the video. UIs are something very personal, so that's the main reason I'm saying that these two UIs that I show you are mostly suggestions and not something that you have to use, So feel free to copy them and customize them as you will. And well, if this video was useful to you guys, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone.